Testing. Testing. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I was just thinking. So it probably helped that I actually had a microphone on.
You worship every creation except the creation.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryoga.
That's right. And that's what we are here to tell you to do.
Really felt like
we are here to tell you to
talking about the Covington high school incident.
This is the truth of the Holy Bible.
Because this thing's fucked up.
This is the part of freedom
in every way possible.
And freedom of religion, and that's what we out here for. Okay, and I hear you. I honor my God. We honor our God, brother.
So I'm going to spend the next hour and a half
what you have to do.
Again,
you have to come away from
watching
the, Lord.
the
You have to
entire
come away
video
from your religions, philosophies, and doctrines, and start worshiping the true and living power, which his name is Yahweh. That's who's the Most High God.
That's right.
The Most High God, his name is Yahweh. You're not supposed to worship eagles, buffaloes,
that's right.
Rams,
right.
all types of animals.
That's right.
This is the reason why the Lord took away your land. Why am I so angry? Give me Proverbs 7:7. I'm going to show you.
Ecclesiastes. This is what we mad at. This is what we mad at.
Let's go through this again.
Give me Proverbs 7:7. And doctrines, and start worshiping the true and living power, which his name is Yahweh. That's who's the Most High God.
That's right.
The Most High God, his name is Yahweh. You're not supposed to worship eagles, buffaloes.
That's right.
Rams,
right.
All types of animals.
That's right.
Not supposed to worship eagles, buffaloes, and rams.
Why am I so angry? Give me Proverbs 7:7. I'm going to show you.
Ecclesiastes.
So I wanted to watch this again.
This what we mad at. This what we mad at.
I watched this video the day of.
Give me Isaiah 58:1. Give me Isaiah 58:1.
Chapter 7, verse 7.
Yeah, give me that first.
Surely oppression.
It seems to me that
a wise man mad.
very few people
Surely oppression make a wise man mad.
want to talk about the Black Israelites and the absolute horrific treatment of the Native Americans.
If you're not mad, you won't have no wisdom.
Where are you from?
We're from here. We're natives too. My people are so-called Puerto Ricans. Yes, we are from the tribe of Ephraim. This is your tribe. This is your nationality. You're not an Indian. Indian means savage. You know where that name came from? You know
Yes, you can say it first on live stream.
It came from the so-called white man. That's what happened. Okay?
So these are the Black Israelites who are screaming in the face of two Native American women.
Naming you after the people in India.
Exactly.
I know the name of my land. I know the name of my land.
Just like our people call themselves black. There's nobody black. Nobody matches this color. There's nobody white. Nobody matches the color of this. You understand? We are the children of Israel. And that's what we are here to do.
That's right. That's right.
Indian means savage, brother.
I don't know where you got that from.
Look it up, brother.
I did look it up. I'm a historian.
Okay.
Sorry, wanted to find a better hat. Oh, wow.
A Spanish word, indio,
right,
which means God.
Hey, Daly, what's going on?
That's what it means.
No, yes, indio.
Oh, yes.
God like
what was the hashtag that they'll use? 24 hours till justice.
In the English text, in the English dictionary, in your Webster's, it means savage, man. The white man, right? The so-called white, just like me, he calls us Puerto Ricans. That means port of riches, rich port. That was the name that the conquistadors gave us, the Spaniards. You understand? So these are the derogatory names.
So this is the point where the Black Israelites calls him they call them savages to their face.
They have their own meaning.
And yet the mainstream media is still talking about how the white boy was disrespectful.
I'm from Panama.
To the Native Americans.
Okay,
and
so
yet,
now I'm indigenous from Panama. So right, you just said this was because of us. We indigenous. Right, so we out here fighting for you and our own family.
Right.
So you just totally insulted us and told us that we wasn't you. and we wasn't your family.
You said,
Salaki, go ahead. My bad.
Pain, you know, like some kind of strange multi-theistic religion. We don't follow religion. That's not our belief. That's not our knowledge.
I'm from the same people, and we follow a lot of idols. We follow a lot of idols.
Yeah, a lot
Go ahead, King.
Okay.
Go ahead, King.
I don't know if the lawyer is actually going to get any traction by attempting to sue people. A lot of those tweets have been deleted that called for the death of the students. Kathy Griffin, in particular, was one of them.
How you gonna have peace to this land and this
And there's some others out there.
Madman in the White House. You got a what
How
madman?
people sick, man.
I'm not talking about this man. I'm talking about the madman that shut the government down.
That's right. That's right.
Right now, all the people on the reservations ain't gonna get no food.
That's right.
All the people in the projects, in the ghettos.
That's right.
Bring it out.
That's right.
Pompous bastards over there wearing "Make America Great"
That's right.
hats again.
Little Billy.
This is the one.
Little corny ass Billy.
Wait. So that is the first interaction that we're 5 minutes into this video. That is the first time that anyone has acknowledged that the students were nearby. And right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably more over there, but one of them is black. The second guy in the blue, that's a black kid right there. He called them pompous bastards. So that is the first insult lobbied at the students. Notice the students are by themselves, not bothering nobody, not talking to nobody, and this is how it starts.
You're not angry at
Little
them.
corny ass Billy Bob.
Why you not angry at them? Okay?
Yeah, go talk to them with them Make America Great hats on.
Unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable. I'm not going to dismiss it just yet.
The power of the one who answered.
Right, not the creation. You don't worship the sun. You're not supposed to worship the stars.
And again, the black Israelites say to a Native American woman that they're worshiping false idols, that they're not supposed to worship the earth and the sun. And so I'm not Native American. I don't know what religious sects there are, but the very fact, I know they do like worship, like, I know they have like a great deal of respect for their environment. Oh yeah, Alyssa Milano.
The sun is part of the creator.
No, the sun.
That's just said. She's not supposed to worship the sun, the earth, and the moon, and she says that these are all parts of the creator.
Is a creation. You worship the creator, not the creation. And that's the reason why we...
Why do you want to separate
Listen,
the creator from the creation?
I'm not separating it, but I'm
You think
telling
the
you...
sun separated itself?
Listen to
Man.
what I'm trying to tell you, sister.
Itself from
Listen. Half of understanding is listening. That's a part. You understand?
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Look at him mansplaining as he tells the woman, half of understanding is listening. Translation, bitch, shut your mouth up because a man talking.
I'm trying to show you something.
We're here trying to have
This is, you know how many years, listen, you know how many years our people been saying no justice, no
Right.
How many years we've been marching and protesting, and guess what? The white man ain't listening to you.
Exactly.
The white man don't give a damn about your march,
His
about
subatomic
none of it.
structure is-
No, you
his
gotta come
atoms
back.
are listening.
Listen.
His atoms are listening.
Listen,
okay?
sister, listen.
His spirit
If
is
you pay
listening.
attention, you might
Okay,
learn
because
something.
he came
Pay attention, sister. You might learn something.
See, you just want to talk. You're not trying to learn. You
She
just-
trying to be distractive, She trying to stop the flow, that's all.
Let's go with you,
No,
brother.
I didn't ask
What's
you
your
what you're
question?
trying to do. That's not true.
Then he's just completely dismissive. He's like, let's just go with this other guy.
Africans are not our people. Just because they have the same blood. Africans, if you look at them, they tell them like they're spiritual. They don't move the way we move. The Africans are from the children of They are Hamites, Hamitic,
I believe he's talking about, he's trying to separate himself from like actual
No, he
Africans.
was his original son.
the three sons. He had Noah, he had Shem, Japheth, and Ham.
But did you ever take an account of the women in the family? Because he had
Where the hell is this going at, man?
also 3 wives.
Okay, sister, so what is your point?
I'm just saying
interrupting, and I'm trying to show you something.
Men don't have babies. They don't. I mean, they can have
The
children,
sperm
but they don't
comes from a
carry them.
man's testicles. Okay, so the baby is considered what the father is.
Is he
and that's in the Bible.
mansplaining
That's
the
right.
act of birth to this woman?
Hold on.
Is that the woman is baby.
What you're doing right now is going
Liberals
to
are weird.
turn us back and forth.
Liberals are very
Let's go back to your question.
Book of Numbers.
So I would skip ahead, but I think it's important that we watch this in its entirety.
Shofar.
And you see this? This is the problem, Israel. There's always our women coming up with their loud mouth, thinking they can run and bogart things, thinking they can come and distract things with their loud ass mouth, because they not used to dealing with no real men. And you think we supposed to bow down to your damn emotions when you coming to run your mouth and distract what we doing instead of coming with order and with a real dialogue. She's coming around here being wicked.
Calls her wicked.
Lucy is a star of David.
Stars don't have voice.
And keep in mind, these are both Native Americans. You know, the original people that were here in America. original people.
But it's not. It's not. It comes from paganism. Kabbalah. It comes from the Kabbalah. You have to look into it.
I know what you're talking about. I just had a second.
Yeah, but
We gotta do things in order. We gotta talk.
She gotta talk to the speaker, man. She gotta talk to the speaker. They trying to be slick and disrupt stuff.
Order. No order. You don't have no decorum, and you're out of order. Where's your husband? Bring your husband.
Ooh, where's your husband?
That's right. That's right.
Is that what you would say?
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because you're talking.
Where's your husband?
That's right.
I don't need to.
I know. You
If I did, I would.
I hear you.
I don't need to. Because I'm here for peace.
Listen, and that's the reason why the white man got his foot in your ass.
That's right.
And that's the reason why
that's why you talk like
And
that.
it-
Because
Listen, you a $5 Indian. You
Right,
go
get
over
outta
there,
here.
you
Because the
$5
devil's
Indian.
in
You
you.
ain't no child of God.
That's why
You
$5
a
Indian.
You a fake,
And by the
you a
blood of
fake
the
damn
Lamb.
$5 Indian.
That's right.
Go that way, you're not
That's
our
right.
people.
Satan
Stop
said
trying.
that's
You always
God.
want to take our culture.
That's right.
Just like the white man.
That's
he
right.
wants to be the Egyptians.
That's
He
right.
wants to be the Israelites.
Right.
He wants to be everybody. Here go this damn demon. So, because you blow a ram horn doesn't make you our people.
And that's
you're
right.
You're a damn a culture vulture.
That's right.
You're a culture vulture. No all nations. You're a damn blue-eyed demon. You damn devil. Right, that's the last Mohican. You lost your mind. Let's get back. I'm sorry, brother, but I gotta deal with these demons and I gotta.
Let us see the original people.
Look at this Edomite right up in the middle of all of our. They always come up in there trying to
You
disrupt.
got
Look
the
at this
Bible
Edomite.
dictionary?
I got a Bible
Give me the Bible
dictionary.
dictionary, Bubba.
These are the black Israelites. This is what they.
Slock it, Israel. Slock it.
Now we sold
Hey.
our sleep. So we didn't sell.
Won't y'all come up and ask a question, Billy?
We didn't.
Don't stand to the side and mock. Bring y'all crack ass up here and make a
Bring y'all
statement.
cracker ass over here. And make
They got a
statement.
statement, Slock it, Ma.
So, as I said before, the first insults toward the students is where the black Israelites called them bastards. And they hadn't said any, they were standing over there by themselves, not engaging. So now the black Israelites have asked him to come over. Come over. What's that, Count Chocula to the Romanians? So now the black Israelites have asked them, commanded even, for them to come over.
Yeah. Tell them come over here in the lion's den instead of mocking over there.
Now they're walking
You little
away.
dirty ass crackers, your day coming.
Dirty ass
Your day
crackers.
coming. Your day coming. Because you little dusty asses wouldn't walk down the street in a black neighborhood and go walk up on nobody playing no games like that. Yeah, I will stick my foot in your little ass.
That's a threat. That is a threat. bona fide threat from the black Israelites to the white students who are walking away, not engaging, as he's saying that he'll stick his foot up their ass.
Think it's a game over here. And we can give a hell about your police.
See, that's the problem. Most people think that that's done, that that's over.
Ain't nobody playing with these dusty-ass crackers out here.
I'm going to show you. Judah and him is two different people. Let me show you.
So again, a threat of violence, and then he says, we don't care about the police coming here. We'll still kick your ass.
In the Bible dictionary. Give me that.
It's the Bible dictionary. It's the Bible Compact Dictionary, page 213. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably after Slakia. Born probably about
the black Israelites are a small group, but they have sex all
and one of
around
the
this
8
country.
persons to live through the flood.
There's a sect in San Francisco
the
of about
progenitor of the dark race.
13 to 20 members. I know there's a sect in Southern California that gathered near Santa Monica. There's one in LA, there's one in New York, there's one in Washington. I'm sure there's one in Portland and Seattle.
The so-called white man ain't white. If you smack the white man, what color you turn?
That's the information right there, brother.
Right.
That's the information, brother.
This is what in a galaxy of the Americas. How did I become Judah?
You need one, sister?
You're not listening.
Excuse me for that. We just got to be dealing with some people like that. All right?
The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor. He became the progenitor of the dark race.
But not the Negro.
But not the Negro.
So let me show you something. If you have a black pit bull and a black Rottweiler, are they the same breed? No. So color don't dogs, though. Right, but color don't mean nothing. You understand?
That's a real Gadite right there.
A so-called
That's a real native
a
right
so-called
there.
Mexican, they'll have blonde
Real
hair.
native.
But if their father, if the descendant,
I mean, they're all real natives. Well, see, that's something I wanted to talk about in this process of going through this video, because it's odd to me that the mainstream media has completely ignored the presence of the black Israelites. And I find it interesting that the Southern Poverty Law Center has already written an article about this incident and did most of their focus on the Covington students. But in 2009, the Southern Poverty Law Center also did a piece on the black Hebrew Israelites and labeled them as a hate group. In fact, let's bring that up. Southern Poverty Law Center, black. Here we go. So this is directly from the Southern Poverty Law Center. Their piece on black nationalists. It's a movement, a reaction to institutional supremacy of black men. Oh, no, this isn't the one I'm looking for. No, I'm looking for the one specific. Here we go. Cincinnati. Nope, this isn't it either. This is more recent. I'm looking for the one from like 2009, because they did a very extensive report. Here we go. Again, directly from the Southern Poverty Law Center, racist black Hebrew Israelites becoming more militant. The black supremacist wing of the Hebrew Israelites movement is spreading, and its leaders are growing increasingly militant. So I won't go over this whole thing right now, but I do find it a little bit interesting that the Southern Poverty Law Center, who loves to label groups as racist, hateful, etc., 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 for a group that they had already given a label to in August 29th of 2008, here they have the perfect opportunity to double down on previous research and confirm what they had reported on previously. They absolutely ignored it. And some of you have already seen some of the hateful things that have come out of their mouth. They called the kids faggots, that they deserve to die. They said to the Native Americans that they deserve to lose their land, and they deserve to die. Tons of racial epithets thrown, and yet the Southern Poverty Law Center just ignores.
A wise man.
Page 230.
Let's skip ahead.
And let not them that are in the country. Chapter 11, verse 7. For against any of the
So here's the Native Americans marching in a circle. They're chanting, "We're still here."
Man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doeth what the difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Egyptians and Israel, there's a difference between us and it still is. But the people change because that's not the real Egyptians in Egypt moving in right now. That's the white man. Everywhere you go is white supremacy.
Let's skip this up a little bit.
You in the area? Yeah, I be on Eastern Market in front of the Starbucks. Yeah, 7 o'clock on Fridays.
Here in Washington?
Yeah, Washington D.C. You in the area?
Starbucks.
On Eastern Market.
Same old presser.
And again, he's screaming.
That's
at the
right,
Native
brother.
Americans.
That's right, brother.
That's right, brother.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's
Hear
what
that?
I'm trying to tell
Hear
you.
that?
We can gather.
Gad said that.
But let's gather in,
That's
in,
right.
in truth and in the commandments of righteousness.
That's right.
That's how we get our power.
That's right.
When you look at every time the Israelites went to war, they went, and when they lost the war, it's because they fell away from God.
That's right.
But when they won the war, it was all glory to the Father. Look at the Samson movie. The Samson movie, even though you come from Africa, that's why they tell you a damn Indian. So the Lord said to come out here and teach you this. Read that, Baba Kushar.
Look at Isaiah, chapter.
There's Nathan Phillips banging the drum.
That's the reason why you stuck.
But wait, here we go.
The
This is
Lord
good.
said, show you your sins, man. He said, if you make your head hard, make our head harder.
Right.
We ain't scared of y'all.
That's right.
You don't
We're not scared of y'all. That sounds confrontational.
see the angels
Ain't no
protect us.
motherfucker scared of you neither, motherfucker.
That's right.
Show some motherfucking respect.
We showing respect to our God. We show you. So what you worship? So what you worship? That's the reason why you stuck on stupid. You want to call me a motherfucker, but you talking all that ignorant. You don't even know what we talking about.
Dumbass
That's the
niggas,
problem.
man.
A bunch of demons, always talking out
Call
their
them
ass.
demons.
Always talking out their ass. But you won't say that to this peck of wood where to make America great hat again.
That's right.
You damn Uncle Tomahawk.
That's right.
Uncle Tomahawk. It is clear to anybody with eyes and ears that the Black Hebrew Israelites were nothing short of absolutely vile to the peaceful gathering of Native Americans, indigenous people. And yet, the mainstream media has absolutely ignored every single comment, racial epithet, threat of violence that was labeled to not only the Native Americans, but to 15 and 16-year-old children.
That's right.
Bunch of Uncle Tomahawks.
Bunch of Uncle Tomahawks.
Why you don't crack that pepperwood with the head on?
That's right.
Right. Why you don't crack his head?
That's
Why
right.
you don't speak to him like that?
That's right.
Because you're Uncle Tomahawk.
That's right.
Again.
You think that's Uncle Tom's? You're Uncle Tomahawk.
That's right.
Out your mind. Got your head up the white man's ass. Talking about peace, peace. Ain't gonna be no peace. You're gonna be ripped in pieces. Thus saith the Lord, if you don't repent from your wicked ways. That's what we out here trying to tell you. Huh? Where it shows it? Give me Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. We're going to show you hate in the Bible. Let's hear it. That's a great question. I like that. I like that. I like that. He wants to see hate in the Bible. Let's see hate in the Bible. Let's see where the Christians and the Catholics don't go into.
Yeshua says speak love, not hate. Yeshua says speak love. Love speak.
Look at Look, we got the Trump supporters. He want to cover his hat up.
And a time to hate. And a time for what? To hate. A time for what? To hate. There's no hate.
Won't you uncover that hat? To hell with that water.
What you say?
See how you got these pompous bastards come down here in the middle of a native rally with their dirty ass hat on? With their dusty ass hat on? Little dusty ass animals.
There's a time for hate. He tried to mock us. He's talking about a time for hate. Pay attention. The reaching from
Verse 1. To everything there is a season.
To everything there's a season. To everything there's a season. Go ahead.
And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
And a time for every purpose under the heaven.
Under the heaven.
Under the heaven. When it's snowing, when it's cold outside, you know to put on a jacket. When it's hot outside, you know to wear some shorts.
Free will says when it is, take it off.
You see?
For him, brothers, for him.
You're not. I'm reading his word. You're speaking your vain opinion. You're speaking your vain opinion. I'm speaking the Bible. You see, he asked, who's good? That's your husband, right? He asked, or sister, daughter, well, you're still my brother. And you asked, where's hate in the Bible? We showing you that the Lord said there's a time to hate. You think you can ever love Donald Trump? Answer that sincerity, with sincerity. What? But you gotta have the understanding of
All right, let's get back a little bit.
You got Baptist, you got Lutheran, you got Jehovah's Witness,
Episcopalian,
Adventist, Presbyterian, all these damn religions. The Lord on the mountain, he said, "Thou shalt."
They're no different than the Klan
He
props.
said, "Thou shalt not be a."
That's right.
America is on its last leg.
Finish. Finish.
Turtle Island.
Before destruction comes, you made it to the edge first. Come on, man.
This nigga scoffing now. Now he being an Uncle Tom. That's right.
Don't be an Uncle Tomahawk.
That's right.
Don't be. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, brother. Don't
Our
do
people
that.
always want to get physical.
You jumping up. You jumping
Our
up.
people
Don't
always
do
want to
that,
get
brother.
physical, man.
Because you want a coon now. You want a coon now. Ain't no coon here. You might as well put
So now
on
he's
one of
calling
them
him a
red
coon.
hats. You might as well put on one of them red hats. You're a simple Uncle Tom. That's right. I hear you.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
But he preaching the hate.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at this dumbass nigga, man. Dumbass nigga, man.
Nah, he ain't doing that.
Stupid ass niggas, man.
Uncle Tomahawks.
Your
This
dumb
is the
ass
reason why
outta
we
here,
stuck
man.
in the condition that we in. I ain't
Man,
telling
with
you
this
to be
nigga,
scared.
man.
I'm telling you, you better be scared of God. I damn right I ain't God. I'm warning you, nigga. I'm warning you, nigga. That's right. I'm not. I'm not.
Shut your big ass mouth.
Speak like that to your parents.
My parents are dead.
Well, then speak like that to them.
Let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Carl. Why you got all these dirty ass crackers behind you
Right.
with a red Make America Great hat again on, and your coon ass, you want to fight your brothers. You got all these racist bastards with red, you nigga, with all these crackers with racist ass Make America Great hats on, and you gonna talk about you gonna get violent with us. Get your
And again, the students have not engaged. They haven't said anything. They're not jeering. They're not making fun of anybody. They're just standing.
Get your old Uncle Tom ass out of here. Get your Uncle Tom ass out of here. Get your Super Sambo ass out of here. Super Steven ass nigga, man. Leave him alone, brother. He trying to make a show now.
You dismissed. You got your 5 minutes of fame. Look at all these damn peckerwoods. This is what the Lord is coming for.
All these peckerwoods with America, make America great. This nigga want to talk that garbage about nigga what you want to do. Look at all these dusty ass crackers with that racist garbage on. Look at these dirty ass
And this is where he walks over, gets in the face, and calls them dusty ass crackers.
Can't stand in the damn sun for 5 minutes.
Why you don't build the damn wall?
Can't stand in the damn sun.
Let me ask y'all something. Y'all want to build a wall for Mexico's? When's the last time you ever seen a Mexican, a Hispanic, a Native American, or a Negro shoot up a school?
Yeah, crickets. 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 That's right.
All a bunch of future school shooters.
Look at their ass. They ass scattered off of that one. They ass scattered off of that one.
Yeah. They look like they're about to shoot.
Look at their ass, Israel. They ass gone off of that. Look at that mob of these dirty animals. They gone.
That's how you dismiss them.
That's right.
The truth gonna be told, whether y'all want to hear it or not. Thus saith the Lord. You don't see blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and nobody on the face of the earth shooting up schools, shooting up churches, shooting up synagogues.
That's right.
But you got a problem with us?
That's right.
You want to build a wall?
That's right.
Nigga, build a wall in front of Europe.
That's right.
Build a wall in front of Europe.
That's right.
You out your mind, you wanna build a wall on stolen land.
And again, none of them have
That's
said
right.
anything. None of the students have said anything to the black Israelites. We are
That's right.
51 minutes into this video, and no one has said a word.
Trump with his name on it.
That's right.
The Chinese can't stand a damn white man.
That's right.
The Russians can't stand American.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody can stand y'all.
That's right.
I got a problem when we speak up for the injustice of our people.
That's right.
Agree with you,
For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
You talk about Jesus Christ is coming with candy, flowers. The Lord said he's gonna come with fire. What is the fire that he's speaking about? Your nuclear bombs, man. That's how the Lord is coming. Go ahead.
And with the chariots like a whirlwind.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind. What is the chariots? I'm going to drop something on you. The chariots are the so-called UFOs, man. Y'all don't believe in that?
Yep.
Y'all don't believe in that?
Yep. Talking about UFOs now.
Y'all don't. Y'all think
All right, let's skip ahead a bit.
that's one peace treaty.
Huh? Yeah. You think I'm playing?
Nations. That's the ones. Come closer, you won't catch this. Come closer, you won't catch it. Come closer, you won't catch it. Go ahead, man.
Is he spitting at them?
Verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
So the Lord said, cast thy burden upon the Lord. Go ahead.
And he shall sustain.
You're not going to be able to. We're going to see the survival of the fittest next. These are not your people. These are culture vultures. Why white people wanna be everything except who they are?
Okay, this is
Why
weird
you
now.
don't claim your history? Why you don't claim Fred Flintstone? Why you don't claim Barney Rebel? How can we love somebody that hates us? How can we love somebody that hates us? We love you as much as Donald Trump loves us. That's how much we love you. The feeling is mutual. The feeling is mutual.
Because Ezekiel chapter 30.
All right.
Right.
That's the only time that it was great.
So now they're focusing on the
Look
students
where we
again.
at, where? Look where we at. Look at my people. Look at my people. First nation that's gonna die.
First nation to shut down now.
And eventually, that's gonna stop.
Let me ask you something.
Well, go ahead, go ahead.
If this the best nation, why y'all can't get rid of lice season?
So I want to explain this moment right here. So this is the part where the Black Israelites really start to focus in on the students. And as one of the students had reported that they had asked, they you know, we're an hour and 8 minutes into this video, and they've been called crackers, future school shooters, MFers, all sorts of stuff. And the students have not said anything back. So I believe that this is the point where they, as it's been reported, that they asked their chaperones, can we do our school chant to drown them out? Which I think is totally fine. And they said yes. So this is where this is the first time you start hearing any type of response from the Covington students.
If y'all the best nation, get rid of that damn lice on your back. Get rid of lice. Get rid of lice season. Goddamn dog. Get rid of your lice.
Y'all sound like a bunch of dogs. A bunch of hyenas. Yeah, a bunch of dogs. A bunch of hyenas. But see, there's a reason why. There's a reason why y'all outnumber us and y'all keep y'all distance. There's a reason for that. You know why? Because you don't see the angels around us. You don't see angels around us. You couldn't touch us if you wanted to. You couldn't touch us if you wanted to. You don't see the angels around us. You worship blasphemy. We got angels that are blasphemous for us. You don't see stuff.
So this one will get turned up.
Hey, these crackers wild,
Look at this fool, Get no more than one person that he saw the Hebrew life. Look at this here. You serious?
Put him wrong!
Hey, listen.
This is the
That was some real chaos.
I mean, you can have whatever opinion you want about that moment, but these are kids getting turned up over their school chant. I mean, I don't see how anyone could have beef with that. I want to go back to 50 on the video.
Yeah, crickets. Crickets.
Oh, that's what he called
Crickets.
school shooters.
Caveman is now. You understand who the real caveman is now? And guess what? We surrounded and they won't do a damn thing. Look at this.
They're having fun.
Bold as a lion.
Make America great again.
Bold as a lion. Look at these. See that?
This is a bunch of Donald
See that?
Trump's sons. This is what Donald
See
Trump
that?
incest children look like.
See that?
A bunch of Donald Trump incest children.
A bunch of Donald Trump incest students.
And when you see us, it's 5 of us. Look at this. It's 5 of us and they got us surrounded, King. Look at this garbage.
Yo, all praises to you.
Notice they're not actually surrounding them. They're all standing on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, which is the meeting point for the school bus that's supposed to arrive shortly to pick them up.
That's right. That's right. Look at these sea of deep. Hey, look. Look, look at this,
Get them. Get this crap.
Look at this shit.
Who say the pull-up boys? Yo. Who say the pull-up boys gonna pull up and turn it up? That's it, Lord.
Hey, I'm turning up with Esau. Esau on this caveman thing. I'm turning up. I'm turning up. Because you know what? You dirty bastards better be ready. You better be ready. Look at Esau.
The future justice in the kingdom.
Huh? You say what?
The future justice in the
Come. See how much they respect you, Israel? Look all of them. All these Americans. Go ahead, what you say? That's right. Here come Gad. Here come Gad.
And here is where Nathan Phillips decides to interrupt the students, not the black Israelites who has already called them savages, Uncle Tomahawks, has said that they deserve to lose their land, that they deserve to be killed by the white man. Nathan Phillips comes to confront the students.
Here come Gad. Look at our Make America Great Again hats.
And look, they're not even facing in the direction of Nathan Phillips. They're looking away.
Look at the hats. Look at the hats. We ain't taking. Look, we not taking. Look at Gad. That's right, Gad. Look at Gad. Look at Gad not playing. He came to the rescue. Our elder right there. Look at him.
Now he pretends to have respect for the elders after he just called them savages. No more than 20 minutes prior to this point. And that they deserve to die for the white man to take their land, and that they're Uncle Tomahawks.
Yeah, y'all better not touch him. Y'all better not touch him. Hey, now they gonna join in, huh?
No,
Gad put that thing down, don't he?
Gad, he calmed all these spirits right down.
Gad's serious with it, ain't he?
Gad's serious with it. He calmed all these spirits right down. It's spiritual right there. He calmed all these spirits down.
That's right.
All these spirits was getting demonic. He calmed all that down.
Say that again, King.
All these spirits was getting demonic. Gad came through and calmed all these spirits down.
That's right.
All these spirits got calmed down.
And Gad stepped in front of us too, huh?
Right, Gad stepped in front of us.
Look how they mock serious mockery. With they Make America Great Again hats. Serious mockery. Look at that.
And now he's saying that they're mocking the elder, Nathan Phillips. Do I need to go back to the point where they were screaming at the... Okay.
America will be destroyed by nuclear thermal destruction.
That's right. Mockery. You had a native rally with Make America Great Again hats.
Give me Romans 13 and 11. Because the day is at hand, and y'all just don't know it. Y'all can't see it happening. But every nuclear...
So this isn't a great...
Let the folly continue. Right. Oh, y'all got one hole. Oh, you see that? You see that? But we're racist. But we're the racists. Ain't that so? That was our salvation, nearer than what we believe.
A product of sodomy.
A product.
He's a product of sodomy.
He said he's a product of sodomy. Just like a... You gotta claim your claim your past, claim your true history. Claim the Greeks, claim the Romans. The Greeks was a bunch of homosexuals, just like the Romans. You what? Product sodomy?
He said he's a product of sodomy and he's proud. He's proud to be a product of sodomy.
A product.
He's a product of sodomy.
He said he's a product. In God we trust.
Here we go.
Hypocritical nation. I'm going to speak
Listen
up.
to this.
The Lord said he shall send us against a hypocritical nation. You make us swear on the Bible. You got on the back of the court system, in God we trust. On the back of your dollar bill, it says, in God we trust. But you give faggots rights.
Not one word from the mainstream media. Not one word from any half-assed, respectable, unbiased media source that would condemn this kind of language. Tons of information on the students. And you know what really also upsets me is that in 24 hours, we had the names of every single student that attended this, that was at the Washington Monument and at the Lincoln Memorial. We're over a year since Stephen Paddock killed over 58 people at the Las Vegas massive shooting, and we still know absolutely nothing about him and what he did and why he did it. Just saying.
The Bible condemns homosexuality, man. So
he's homophobic also.
You don't have to swear on the Bible. You can swear on the Bible. A hypocritical nation. You make us swear on the Bible, but you judge us by your penal code system. We don't judge you. You don't judge us by the law of God. How you don't judge? You got judges, man. How you don't judge us? You give 25 to life. That's the law. That's right. And you. What? Wait. Tell that to Bill Cosby. Tell that to Bill Cosby. How you don't judge? What are we laughing at? Listen to you. I can see what you ate. Some brownies. You ate brownies. You took a piece of the peace pipe. What did you do? Right. I see. I can see it in his face. Right. There you go. Pull out the cards. So. What the Lord said is y'all hypocritical nation. Read.
I'm just saying. And in reality, like, you know, we're an hour and 26 minutes in this video. The entire portion with Nathan Phillips lasted for all of 2 minutes. About 2 minutes, he came over and banged his drums. The kids jumped along with him while he banged his drums. Yeah, and that is what the nation has lost their mind over.
God said, give me that Proverbs, Zach. I need that Proverbs.
Chapter 28, verse 5.
And here is where they gather in prayer.
Go hand in hand.
Give him Matthew 6 and 5 first, brother.
Yeah, you going to
That's right.
Calls them wicked.
Love, y'all mix up love. According to the Bible, love is keeping the commandments. Love is not an emotion. You can't, love is a deed. You gotta prove it. You can't just say you love somebody and not show it. That don't make no sense. You gotta think about it. So how can you say you love us, but yet we're sitting on stolen land? Yet we have no reparations, but the Jewish people, they have reparations. They have a Holocaust museum. Where's our 40 acres and a mule? You ain't even give us a pit bull.
That's right.
We don't even got a
That's
German
right.
Shepherd. We got a Black History Museum that we have to pay. We have to pay to get in. You said you love us. Let's see what the scriptures say. Isaiah 14:21.
Right. They go to white man love right there. They go to white man love right there.
The Lord said, listen. The Lord said, prepare slaughter for what?
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. Go ahead.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Of your fathers. The iniquity of your fathers. You have to pay for your sins just like we paid for our father's sins.
That's right.
That's why we're stuck. in the condition that we in.
That's right.
Because we stopped following the commandments of God. Every time the children of Israel stopped keeping the commandments of God, God threw them into the hand of captivity.
That's right.
Hey,
So,
Right.
you don't love
Right.
it.
I see you.
Nobody except Miss White, man.
What you got
You
to
got
say?
to go.
I just want to say that this is getting a little more heated than it should be.
It's not heated. We don't speak like child molesters in the Catholic Church. We speak like men. We speak with authority. Why you think they stone Paul? Why you think they killed Christ? Christ didn't speak like the Catholic priests. If they did, they would have never killed him.
Custom about
We
that.
good.
We wasn't threatened by them. It was
I didn't
okay
know there was
dialogue.
this
Sorry about
We
that.
good.
We was
Who's
There's a
cleave
cop show
unto us. And this is the reason why a lot of our children are being raped in the Catholic Church. That's the reason why.
What are we seeing? We are watching the entire unedited video depicting the confrontation between the Covington Catholic students, the Black Hebrew Israelites, and the Native American demonstrators at the Capitol lawn a couple days ago.
We're here to teach.
yes.
We're here to teach the Word of God, the Bible.
Who?
What's up with the brass? Just out of curiosity.
The
I've
who?
never seen a sign like that.
You said were they talking to us?
The brass burn.
Oh yeah.
It's Christ
Yeah.
in the book of Revelations. You got to read Revelation chapter.
No,
Well,
we're
we're
good.
not worried about
We're
that.
good.
We wasn't threatened by them. It was okay dialogue. Sometimes stuff get like that. So
understand.
you know.
Well, you asked what the brass is. The brass is that's what Christ's feet was described as. Unicorn?
I wanted to let them know that's something normal for us.
Okay, I've had enough of this one. But we will go back into so let's actually, we've watched enough of this. Some of you guys stuck around for the whole thing, but let's really dig into how the media got it wrong. Here's an article from The Atlantic. The media botched the Covington Catholic story, and the damage to their credibility will be lasting. So for those of you aware of the situation, and we watched a bunch of it, for those of you guys stuck around for the entire time, we watched a ton of it. But as for those in the know, the media decided to spend the entire efforts of reporting this story over what took place over 2 minutes, if not less than that, which is the interaction between Nathan Phillips, the elder Native American, who, as we now have learned, lied about his military service. He initially said that he was a Vietnam veteran. He is not a Vietnam veteran. In fact, the Washington Post issued a correction today. He wasn't even there that long. He was on the military. He was in the Marines as a private, and he was a refrigerator repairman. That is the extent of his service. He never left the country, never left the state even. And I'm not going to disrespect Mr. Phillips. I mean, he is a veteran. He served his country to the best of his abilities, which was very short. But he was not a Vietnam veteran. In fact, Washington Post, Nathan Phillips. Here we go. Washington Post, National Review, National Post issues correction after falsely labeling Nathan Phillips as a Vietnam veteran. Phillips initially told the Post that a number of other prominent media outlets that he was surrounded or harassed by MAGA hat-wearing students. Yeah, we can skip over that for now. But I am curious about this article from The Atlantic. As it describes, on Friday, January 18th, a group of white teenage boys wearing MAGA hats mobbed an elderly Native American man on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, chanting, "Make America Great Again." For those of us who sat here and watched the video with me, did anybody hear any of the students chant, "Make America Great Again"? I didn't. Nowhere did I see any of the students mob Nathan Phillips. In fact, it was Nathan Phillips himself who entered the space of the students, climbed up the steps, and parted the sea to get in the center of their gathering. But this time, there was proof. A video. Was it problematic that it offered no evidence of these things? Okay, we're talking about the media's, wrong depiction. The video shows a man playing a tribal drum standing directly in front of a boy with clear skin and lips reddened from the cold. The boy is wearing a MAGA hat, and he is smiling at the man in a way that is impeccable and inscrutable. Not one time. Not one time. 20 seconds pass, then 30. We still see the boy smiling in a particular way. We can bring up one of the other videos, in fact. Let's do a search for Nathan Phillips. Oh, right. This is so Nathan Phillips, who everyone is saying is the noble Native American.
And wanted to make it clear what we're doing here. This is a nonviolent, peaceful action here. This area is our...
This is where, I believe this is the video of Nathan Phillips where he actually storms with the group inside to one of the Catholic dioceses, and the security had to remove him.
The lower risk area, some of us are going to go to the front of the shrine, so we'd like to sing that song and deliver our message up there to the front of the shrine. So if you follow us, we can do that aim song on our way.
Also, if anyone wants to go inside and pray, you can go in small groups. There's no reason why they can stop you from going inside to pray. Say you're going to mass.
Public space.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
This is them planning.
Y'all watch the cops.
Listen, they're saying, watch the cops. This is them planning to storm inside of a Catholic diocese to disrupt service. And they're saying, watch the cops. There you see a confrontation. There's security at the door and they're trying to shut the door. Now imagine what the media might report if a group of, I don't know, devout Christians decided to storm a synagogue with hymns, or they decided to storm a Muslim temple reciting quotes from Jesus. I think they would be called hateful, evil, disrespectful, all those things, right? That is the narrative that they would try to push. And here we have Nathan Phillips, the elder Native American, storming Catholic Church. I don't know what they're going to do there, but clearly, as they met up, they were concerned about coming into confrontation with the police officers.
That the students of Covington Catholic High School be reprimanded, not just by the school officials, but as seniors, but by their upcoming universities.
That's troubling. Nathan Phillips is demanding punishment for the students that he decided to go confront. And not only is he wanting some sort of punishment from the school that they currently attend, here he says, and I quote, let me get out the way, but by their upcoming universities. I might be able to comprehend and understand that Nathan Phillips is a little upset that his demonstration and protest didn't go the way that he wanted. I might even go as far to say that he feels that he was disrespected by the students because they didn't understand his banging of the drum. But this, saying that not only should their high schools punish them, but by their upcoming universities, this is a man who is so spiteful and so vengeful that he wants to ensure that these students...
At last, the observer comes forward.
Thank you so much for the follow. This man is ensuring that their future is forever ruined. That he doesn't want them to go to college, or if they do go to college, he wants their future universities to punish them as well. That's not love. That's not love. That's not understanding. That's not part of a dialogue. That is, I want to punish people. Nobody cussed at Nathan Phillips. Nobody disrespected him other than the Black Israelites, who called him an Uncle Tomahawk, said that he deserved it, that his people deserved to die by the white man, and that they were happy that he lost his land. Those are the people that disrespected Native Americans and disrespected Mr. Phillips, not the students. Nobody screamed in Mr. Phillips' face and said, "Make America great again." No one said, "Build that wall." The only party that mentioned anything about building the wall was the Black Hebrew Israelites. And here we have Nathan Phillips demanding that these students have their lives forever ruined. It is... I assume this is a man of God, of some variety. I don't know what they worship, but I know they, of course he's a prophet. Well, here he is protesting again.
We demand the Catholic Church hold themselves responsible for 100+ years of genocide that our indigenous people have endured.
Why would the Catholic Church have to hold themselves responsible for the 100+ years of genocide, as he describes it, of the Native American people? Now, I'm not saying that the Native Americans didn't get a bad shake. In fact, I would go as far as saying that the Native Americans got the worst shake of all people. I often like to say, like, when's the last time you've seen two Native Americans together? I'll wait. Never. They gone. We fucked them up a long time ago, and I'm not happy about it. But, those responsible, them people dead too, and we don't murder people anymore, and the Native Americans are more than welcome to reproduce and be fruitful. They got a lot of casinos, they got a lot of power, they got land that they can do whatever they want on their reservations. They're not a dead people. They have, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, they get a check every year from the government.
And still persist through by implementing the following with reformation of land and reconciliation of indigenous peoples to the U.S. and across the world. We demand that the Catholic Church revoke the papal bulls related to the doctrine of discovery, which laid the foundation for religious prejudice and dehumanization of indigenous peoples. Respectfully. Thank you very much.
I'm not saying that Mr. Phillips can't protest, and I'm not going to say that he can't make outlandish demands of the Catholic Church or the American people. I mean, he's got his opinions, and he's welcome to have them. But this ain't the way to go about it. And I'm just particularly upset that he would go as far to advocate the ruining of children's lives who did nothing to him. Nobody cursed at him. Nobody spit at him. Nobody made a comment to, none of the Covington students directly addressed Nathan Phillips. That's a fact. Not one video shows them make any gestures towards him. It tried to intimidate him. It was Nathan Phillips who decided to insert himself into a rowdy crowd of students who were already chanting their school fight song. Let's go with this one. This one, 14 hours ago?
Covington Catholic High School in Kentucky is set to reopen this morning after safety concerns closed the school yesterday.
Oh, that's right. There was a bomb threat at the school today.
This all comes in the wake of this video that you see right here, showing an encounter between some of the school's students and a Native American activist. David Begnaud is in Covington, Kentucky with more.
Demonstrators led by Native American advocates gathered outside the Roman Catholic Diocese of Covington, Kentucky on Tuesday. They said they wanted to turn Friday's confrontation into a teachable moment. At one point, both sides appeared to reconcile their differences.
Let's sit down and have a cup of coffee. That's good. I'll buy a meal and we'll just figure this out.
It is high time!
Multiple videos have emerged of Friday's incident. Some show a radical group known as the Black Hebrew Israelites.
Ooh, finally somebody is taking them to task.
Taunting a group of Covington Catholic high school students who had just participated in a March for Life anti-abortion rally. Native American activist Nathan Phillips walked in between the two groups. He says he wanted to defuse the situation. It was this moment between Phillips and Covington student Nick Sandman where some believe Sandman was disrespectful.
As far as standing there, I had every right to do so. My position is that I was not disrespectful to Mr. Phillips. I respect him. I'd like to talk to him.
The Twitter account that helped spread the initial video has been removed. The user at 2020Fight claimed to be a teacher and an advocate named Talia from California. There was a photo appearing.
Talia, sir, does sound like a Russian name, don't it?
To show Brazilian model and actress Natalia Cardoso. In a statement, a Twitter spokesperson said deliberate attempts to manipulate the public conversation on Twitter by using misleading account information is a violation of the Twitter rules.
The lesson here is really to question what is the genuine source of this content and how is it being framed, and then how is that framing being elevated by the news media that you're looking through.
But that's not Twitter's fault. I mean, even if that account was run by a Russian bot or whatever, like the news media is the ones that ran their stories without doing any investigation. And this sounds kind of half-ass, scapegoating of the, oh, well, it wasn't our fault. This Twitter account is the one that posted the video first. I mean, how are we supposed to know that there was more footage available? Like, we didn't do that. Yeah, it's not our fault we didn't get it right. That both those videos were available at the same time. So for the fact that the mainstream media picked the headlines that they wanted to run, I mean, that's the reality of it. They decided that, well, these kids have MAGA hats on, and this guy's Native American, so clearly the people wearing the MAGA hats are the bad guys, right? Orange man bad. Orange man bad. Bunch of NPCs.
So joining me now is Izzy Lepowski. She's a senior writer for Wired and a CBS contributor, and I'm really, really happy that you're here because this story spread like wildfire, not just on social media, but then beyond, mainstream media. And then there was a whole lot of backtracking, and I think we're still really trying to figure...
And they're still backtracking.
Out what exactly happened that day, who's responsible, maybe everyone's responsible for the outcome. So can you just sort of like walk us through just how this video was distributed and the outrage that happened?
Right, so it's a holiday weekend, right? A lot of people are, off work, not really paying attention, and suddenly this video pops up on Twitter, shared by this account, 2020Fight, and it basically frames the whole narrative. It says, this kid is gleefully harassing this Native American man who's just peacefully protesting, and suddenly there is just this enormous backlash, and that lasts for a day or two, right? Until another video comes out showing more context, and it shows that actually before this encounter, the kids themselves were being harassed by a group that identifies as Hebrew Israelites, and they were saying really horrific things to these kids. And
oh, what kind of horrific things were they saying to these kids? Or better yet, why don't you tell the full story that the first hour of the video is the Black Hebrew Israelites saying absolutely horrific things to the Native Americans? That is the greater story that I think needs to get publicized. And I fault the Southern Poverty Law Center for not really hitting home with that.
My watching of the video, you know, this man, Nathan Phillips, walks in and is doing sort of a peaceful diffusion of the situation, getting in between the two groups. What you only saw in that first video is this kid looking a little bit smug, staring this guy down, and this guy, you know, just trying to protest peacefully. And so I think obviously this was a perfect storm, like we see on social media. It lacked context. It was a situation where everybody saw what they wanted to see. If you are someone who, you know, sees the Make America Great Again hat as threatening, this kid immediately looks threatening. Right. If you're somebody who, you know, identifies with that hat.
I can't tell you how many people have banned me on Twitter or blocked me on Twitter after I told them that they had the story wrong. They were like, you don't know anything about it. I'm like, watch the whole video. I'm not going to watch anything. Clearly these white racist devil-ass children are at fault.
This is a kid who's, you know, not doing anything, not saying anything, standing there smiling, and, you know, maybe he's trying to diffuse the situation.
001, I would not call them black Jews. They hate Jews, in fact. And how you going to call yourself Israelites when you hate Jews? That don't make no sense to me. That's dumb and stupid. But no, please don't call them black Jews. They are black Hebrew Israelites, and none of those words really matter. They really don't. That is just what they call themselves. None of them ever been to Israel. None of them studied the Torah. Yeah, they hate Jews.
So you just see how things get so confused on social.
And none of them have the power to summon the mighty Maccabee, which I do.
Media.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm. And you mentioned that Twitter account, that 2025 Twitter account. As I understand it, the video was initially uploaded by someone who was actually there, and then this other account took it over. And this account is problematic.
Right, so Twitter has already suspended this account because earlier this week, a CNN reporter found that actually this account appeared to be a little suspicious. The photo that this account used was actually the photo of a Brazilian blogger, even though the account was purporting to be a California school teacher. This account appeared to be tweeting 130 times a day. I don't know many school teachers who have time for that. This account had amassed tens of thousands of followers, and the tweet itself, you know, was viewed millions of times. It was shared tens of thousands of times, and so that's a little bit suspicious behavior. So they approached Twitter about this, and Twitter fairly immediately took the account down. Right. And Twitter basically says that this account violated our policies against misleading the public about who you are. Yeah. They're being.
Wait, so allegedly Twitter has a policy that they can ban you or ban an account if you are misleading the public about who you are. I mean, there are tons and tons and tons and tons of anonymous accounts on Twitter that are posting all sorts of misinformation. So why is this one any different? I mean, part of the thing about Twitter is like you can be anonymous if you choose to do so. They just mad they got caught with their pants down. That's what that really is.
Being a little bit tight-lipped about what signals exactly they were using to determine that. I don't know if it all came from CNN. I assume Twitter did its own verification on the back end. Yeah. But it's pretty prompt action by Twitter, and we haven't always seen that when we see other accounts violate Twitter's policies. Right. So it's really interesting that they acted so fast.
Unless you're from Jerusalem.
Whether it was because of media pressure is unclear.
Well, these social media platforms have been on the hot seat, right? And so I was pretty impressed that Twitter acted so quickly and made it publicly known that indeed.
Boring.
Again.
Let's find another piece. Let's find an older one. Well, we do have the lawyer.
Joining me now is attorney Robert Barnes. He's representing the families of at least 3.
By the way, his law office had a bomb threat today. How dare he defend these children?
Of the Covington.
How dare he defend these racist, Trump-loving, Make America Great Again hat-wearing, smug-smiling, future school shooter children. How dare he, as a lawyer, think that he's going to defend these racist, pale-skinned, white devils? He deserves a bomb threat.
Covington Catholic High School students. Robert, welcome to our broadcast.
Glad to be here.
Since this video has gone viral, Nick Sandman has received death threats. There have been calls for him and other Covington Catholic
bootleg Dr. Phil
high school students to be doxxed or to have their personal information posted online. What legal recourse are you pursuing to make this
Tell me you're going after Kathy Griffin.
Stop and hold people accountable?
Well, what the families have agreed to is that if anyone who has issued a false statement, anybody
Kathy Griffin
in the media, anybody in the celebrity community,
Kathy Griffin,
anybody with a substantial social media platform,
Kathy Griffin,
will retract, correct, and apologize within the next 48 hours, then they will not be sued. But
Kathy Griffin,
anybody who refuses to do so
Kathy Griffin
will be subject to suit, and those suits will start to be filed next week for defamation, for libel, for invasion of privacy.
We coming for you, Kathy Griffin.
Today, my law offices received a bomb threat just because of my representation of the kids in Covington.
Possibly by Kathy Griffin, allegedly.
It will not deter us in any way, shape, or form. This is what has been unleashed by the establishment press, allowing the lies and libels to be told about these innocent kids.
Have you given notice to media outlets and individual reporters, or is
Kathy Griffin?
Is this it? Is this your calling card?
Well, I did it publicly today on nationalized television, but I've also been doing it directly to individual reporters, individual celebrities, individual commentators, affording them the opportunity. And to their credit, some have. Congresswoman Omar retracted her statements today, deleted her tweets that had false information in them. Others, Jake Tapper before, has also done so. Kara Swisher did it before then. So I'm hopeful that more people will do it. About half of the people that we've requested to do it have done it, but there are some people out there that refuse to. And if
Kathy Griffin.
They continue to refuse to and act malevolently towards these innocent kids who are giving them the opportunity of grace, an opportunity of redemption through
Kathy Griffin.
confession, of retraction of their false statements. If they continue to go on anyway, then the only remedy is deterrence through punishment of a lawsuit.
Kathy Griffin.
Kenton County, Kentucky prosecutor Rob Sanders has launched investigations into threats of violence against the high school. You're pursuing this.
Kathy Griffin.
From the libel perspective, Twitter suspended the account that helped amplify and spread the video, but legally, do social media platforms, in this case Twitter, bear any responsibility for content that's proven to be false?
In the context that Twitter has terms of service that they have employed and used against conservatives repeatedly, that they're not following through here. So there's people who are public celebrities who have big social media platforms on
Kathy Griffin, maybe.
On Twitter, who have actually called for individuals to be punched in the face. And yet these individuals' accounts aren't being suspended at all. And yet other conservatives whose interpretations of such statements were often misrepresented or misinterpreted by Twitter were actually permanently banned from Twitter. So by Twitter's terms of service, they're not being consistent in the application of those rules. When here you have adult professionals threatening the well-being and safety and threatening physical violence against minors.
Kathy Griffin.
What do you have to say to people who say that Nick Sandman should apologize?
He has nothing whatsoever to apologize for. Especially, you consider this as a kid who's who's facing lefty protest culture for probably the first time, who hasn't dealt with their confrontational tactics, their abusive techniques. They're almost like the stockerazzi of LA in the way they harass and harangue and try to provoke a response. And he didn't respond like Alec Baldwin. He didn't go out punching anybody. Instead, he tried to stay still. He said nothing demeaning in response. He tried to be respectful and not turn his back on the individual. He tried to address him directly. He deterred other people from acting in any negative or adverse way. So really he acted like an extraordinary individual, especially for someone so young who's experiencing something likely for the first time.
Attorney Robert Barnes of Barnes Law, representing several of the Covington Catholic high school families. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for that wonderful, I don't know what you want to call it. Oh, speaking of Kathy Griffin, from Fox News today, Kathy Griffin deletes tweet about Covington teens throwing up the Nazi sign. I think somebody was afraid of getting sued. Just saying.
I'm Carly Shimkus with Fox 411. Kathy Griffin is no stranger to controversy. The comedian may have received the biggest backlash for taking part in this photo shoot, but Griffin has been accused of crossing the line many times before. In 2010, Griffin went after Sarah Palin's daughter, Bristol, targeting her weight. Griffin was quoted as saying, "She gained like 30 pounds a week. I swear to God, it was fantastic. She's like the white precious." Bristol later told Fox News that she hopes people don't have to pay money to hear her negativity and criticism.
Wow, Kathy Griffin, progressive Kathy Griffin, are you body shaming a woman? Wow. What happened to fat acceptance? What happened to fat acceptance, Kathy Griffin? Come on. I thought you progressives were better than that.
Griffin also took a jab at Jesus. While accepting an Emmy Award in 2007, she made fun of people who thank God during their acceptance speeches by telling Jesus to, quote, suck it. In 2012, Griffin...
Wow. Kathy Griffin, you don't like Christians. You're blasphemous. That's a shame. I thought you would be accepting and respectful of all religions, Miss Griffin. Wow.
Griffin also mocked singer Demi Lovato's mental health by making a joke about her cutting herself. Many accused Griffin of being too hard on the young star, who has been open about her battle with depression.
Wow, Kathy Griffin. Really? You're gonna tease a young starlet who's going through depression and self-mutilating herself, and you're gonna make fun of her? Wow. Wow. Come on, Kathy Griffin. I thought you were better than that. That's not very progressive of you, Kathy.
For more on this and other entertainment news, check us out on Twitter and Facebook at Fox411.
All right, let's get to this one. Everywhere basketball comedian Kathy Griffin might have been charged with a technical foul. On Tuesday, Griffin reportedly deleted a Twitter message that included a photo of teens playing basketball that she captioned in Covington's finest, throwing up the new Nazi sign. Before we go any further, let me go ahead and find that photo for you. I think I can find it. I should be able to find it shortly. Covington, okay, fine. How's that? We'll do that one. Where's it at? I don't see it. It's gotta be here somewhere. Covington basketball? Ah, here it is. Can you guys see this? What's my opinion on the wall? Antifa has the new Nazi sign. Come on, man. Let's make this bigger. I want this bigger. I want to show you this one. Well, if you guys can see it, the students are doing this, which Kathy Griffin said is the new Nazi sign. What she's unaware of is that's pretty much every basketball player uses that sign at some point. In fact, let's find what's his name? Fucking Splash Brothers. God, I can't think of his name right now. Warriors, 3-pointer, shooter guy. Jesus Christ, I can't think of his name. There we go. Okay, this is close enough. So if Kathy Griffin says doing this is the Nazi sign, well, is that guy Nazi? Because he's there we go. Lakers. That guy Nazi for doing this? How about this? Nazi? Clearly, that guy must be a Nazi. There we go. That guy must be a Nazi. Who else we got? Steph Curry. Totally a Nazi. Totally a Nazi. There he is. Look at him with the white racist OK sign. That Nazi. Nazi. Look at this. Look, man, just look at all these Steph Curry. Look at all these white supremacists. Except for they're not white at all. Mr. Harding, really? You're doing it too? Just is there anybody who's part of the NBA organization that is not a Nazi? Because clearly they're doing the Nazi hand sign. That's what Kathy Griffin said. On Tuesday, Kathy Griffin reportedly deleted a Twitter message that included photos of teens playing basketball that she captioned Covington's finest throwing up the new Nazi sign, a reference to high school students seen in the viral video that showed the high schoolers with some Native Americans, blah, blah, blah. But what Kathy Griffin apparently thought was the white supremacist hand gesture may have just been instead a common, harmless OK sign. According to reports, the OK is typically seen on basketball courts after a player hits a three-point shot, the New York Times reported. She had previously taken issue with the students of Covington Catholic, calling them to be shamed for the behavior in Washington, D.C., but other reports surfaced later revealed a much broader story than much of the press initially reported. So, yeah, it's not really a Nazi sign. No, Nazis don't use this. I think they do this, but this, not really a Nazi sign. Sorry, Miss Griffin. You got it wrong. You got it very wrong. Very, very, very wrong. And I just... the problem with this story, and this says it best, the media botched the Covington Catholic story. The problem here is you take that video. Like, when I first saw the 2-minute video, my first reaction was something's not right here. It's something seemed off, because the reports were saying that these teens surrounded this Native American, that they were screaming, build that wall, that they were doing this. And I watched the video and I was like, I didn't see any of those things happen. I didn't see them surround him. I didn't hear anyone chanting build that wall. They said that they were making racial comments, and I didn't see any of those things. So I knew something was suspect. And I think it was like an hour after that is when I found the 2-hour-long video that I watched all of Friday night, I believe. Yeah, I watched the whole thing that night. It's pretty crazy. Some of those players are kind of white. I suppose it would be fair that some of them are kind of white. Kind of white. Just a little. Here's another article. The media widely miscategorized the video of the Covington Catholic students confronting a Native American veteran. That's the other thing that's kind of bugging me is, Nathan Phillips' blatant lies about his service. He never served in Vietnam. He wasn't even alive at the time. Well, he was alive, but he wasn't serving. Far from engaging in racially motivated harassment, the group of mostly white, MAGA hat wearing male teenagers, and they say mostly white because there were black people there, remained relatively calm and restrained despite being subjected to incessant racist, homophobic, bigoted verbal abuse by members of the bizarre religious sect of Black Hebrew Israelites who were lurking nearby. The BHI existed since the 19th century and is best described as Black nationalist cult movement. Its members believe that they are descendants of the ancient Israelites and often express condemnation of white people, Christians, and gays. DC area Black Hebrews are known for spouting particularly vile bigotry. I'm going to click through this. Black Israelites in DC hating and berating. You know what? Since we're here, Israelites
babies are the devil.
These are the ones in San Francisco.
The Bible speaks of, and I will never harm a hair on your head, but I will wait for that day when Christ comes back to bathe the streets of America in your goddamn blood.
Women. So interrupting, right? So what I just did, that was a form of harassment.
I've run into this guy 100 times.
He says, you gotta get out of here, man. We ain't none of them guys, all right? You ain't about to come up here and cause no spectacle. Call the cops. Call the cops. Did any of you Call the see cops. him just physically assault? Call the cops.
Hey,
don't touch me. Hey! Fuck out.
They threw her on the ground. They threw her on the ground. My audio's messed up? How bad? I wish somebody would have told me that sooner. But my audio's messed up. Alright, let's find out. Testing. Testing. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 7, 6. Charlie Alpha Echo Delta. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 7, 6. Charlie Alpha Echo Delta. God, I wish somebody would have said this sooner. That does sound horrible. God, I wish somebody would have said this sooner. Alright, let's switch audio sources. That does sound horrible. Has it always been this bad? Oh, it just happened? Okay. Let me switch sources. Alright, let me try something. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, Charlie Echo Delta. Testing. 1, 2, 3, Charlie Echo Delta. Okay, that sounds better. Testing. 1, 2. All right. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I just restarted voice meter. Okay, where were we? Oh, yeah, this. Black Israelites throwing a white woman on the ground.
We ain't none of them guys, all right? You ain't about to come up here and cause no spectacle. Call the cops. Call the cops. Did any of you see him just physically assault? Call the cops. Hey, don't touch me. Hey! Fuck out
That
of here,
is
man.
uncalled for.
Shut the fuck up.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's right. All right?
Get the camera on. Get the
Come
camera
here, coming up here causing mission. All right? Death to America!
That's right.
That's right. Look at her trying to play the victim. The lady white, go get the KKK, right?
Yes,
That's what the KKK is all about, right? Protecting white womanhood. She come up here trying to play the victim.
Taser! Taser! Come on, turn it like
So you guys know you're going into slavery, right?
Sorry?
You know you're going into slavery? Are y'all American citizens? Okay, y'all know about the history of America then, right? Y'all are going into slavery for enslaving so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? That's what the Bible say, all right? So y'all can sit up here and listen. Y'all can take it as a joke, but guess what?
He always says so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So-called.
All the atrocities that was done to our people is going to be done to you times 2, all right? When I do that, he would have just kept walking, man. And then when we saw him again, he gave respect and death to all you crackers, man.
That's right.
Oh, fucking punks, man. That's right. I want to bash your fucking head in, man. That's right.
Deaf to all you crackers, I want to bash your fucking heads in.
And the young, man. I want to take these babies and all you, I fucking hate you devils, man. Worse, man. All you white people, you so-called white people, you the devil, all right?
That's right.
Fat white bitches, the most size gonna put you on a damn workout plan, all right?
That's right.
When you running from the judgment, right? And all you so-called white people, you punk faggots, you going into slavery, all right? I'm gonna destroy you, man. Before you get any of that, get Revelation 19:10. And they think it's a joke, man. It's not gonna be a joke when we got a sword and it's going across your neck, man. You're gonna get tortured too, man.
That's right.
You're gonna get tortured, all right?
Our heritage, man. Not the ways of the heathens, man. That's what got us in this predicament that we in now, man. Learning the ways of the heathens, man. And the scriptures tell us not to, you know? So death, fuck America. That's why you gonna die in your sins, man. That's why you gonna die in your sins.
That went down there to Mexico. But I thought we accepted her though. I think she's so carnal. She's thinking every brother that look like he's from the north.
I'm a single mother.
All right,
Okay?
speak Spanish. All right.
She's
Where's your husband at?
She racist.
Maybe your husband or the father of your child thought you was a hoe. All right. And Jeremiah. Oh, good.
Fuck you so-called white people.
That's right.
We hate all you crackers, man.
That's right.
You damn gooks.
You stupid ass Persian bitches, stupid ass black nigga bitches,
Dumb ass Tonto ass Native Americans.
fat ass Samoans, fucking Mexican faggots. So fat carnita eating Mexican bitches, niggas with titties.
Curry shitting coolie towelhead faggot.
Damn aborigine that be roaming the damn desert playing the damn didgeridoo, man. Eating lizards and shit too. He's just a damn faggot. And by the way, all you so-called white women, you gonna get brutally raped out here.
Right.
Let you put to death.
That's right.
Little ugly cave beast, all right?
Okay, that's enough of that. These are the Black Hebrew Israelites. And you would think, and they do this everywhere, every day, in many major metropolitan cities, and you would think that a progressive, all-encompassing, accepting mainstream media would call out this type of vile behavior, language, inciting close for chaos, this inciting language that is designed to rile up and and frankly to cause violence. You'd think that the mainstream media would want to take a tackle at this, but no, because they're black and brown skinned, they can do no wrong, or it's just not worth reporting, or I don't think they're ready to explain to the general public that these type of people exist. The mainstream media has gone out of their way to absolutely ignore the I should say like the existence of the Black Hebrew Israelites, and they just, I don't know how, they're probably not doing it because they just don't know how to push that narrative. That's the best assumption that I have anyway. They just don't know how to tackle this.
So-called white people, babies included. That's right.
Yep.
And any of you so-called black people, you ain't with it, you gonna get your head chopped off with your weave on it. All right?
That's right. That's right.
You ready to kill little Edomite families? Y'all gonna get put to death, man. That's right. You gonna die, you and your little ugly kids, man. That's right. You gonna get bashed against the stones, man. And all you so-called Asians, you're going into slavery, all right?
That's right.
You're going into slavery, all right, where you belong. No more fetus.
Some Asian people just happen to be walking by, and that's their go-to. You're right. It doesn't seem real. Like it's. You're right. It is almost too ignorant to be true, but it is true, and that's why I think that the mainstream media is just, they don't know how to handle this story. Like it's too much to comprehend. It's easy to say that, oh, a couple kids in MAGA hats were being rude and screaming "build that wall," because like that's, well, orange man is bad, so we can wrap our heads around that. People can understand that, but like there was so much lead up and explanation you would have to do to get the general public to even process the concept that there are, African Americans that just hate everybody. As a black man, if I saw them spilling that hate, and I'm swinging on them, Yeah. Like I said, there's a group of them in San Francisco. I see them all the time coming through. I pity them. You know, but you know, for an area that I'm in, see, here's the thing. You know, here in San Francisco and Berkeley and other places, you know, they'll get tons and tons of people to protest Trump supporters. You know, if they think somebody with a MAGA hat is somewhere, you know, Antifa will come out and they'll want to fight and they'll call them hateful and racist and all that. Well, here we have in the same spot every day on Powell and Market in San Francisco, you can find these people, but nobody wants to confront them. But let a person wear a MAGA hat. Let someone fly a Confederate flag. Let someone fly the United States flag, and they'll get called Nazi, hateful, homophobic, transphobic, all these things, but not these guys. These guys, untouchable.
That was incorporated into those civil rights acts.
Yeah, deaf to you gooks.
Yeah, that's right. Deaf to gooks. Man, I hate Moabites. Man.
Deaf to gooks.
You think calling someone black is the same as calling someone shit? Yes. I'm not fucking idiot.
Shut your yellow ass.
I'm not gonna get over it. Okay, well, you should just go down the street. Yeah, go pick up a cat, man. There's a bunch of stray cats and dogs out here, man, if you want to build.
It's gutter oil.
1 Corinthians chapter 3,
Shut up,
verse
Oh,
9.
Yeah. Read that.
Why'd you have to call me a chink?
Get over it, bro.
No, I'm not gonna get over it. Because I would never call you guys any racial epithet. We're having a conversation. You called us black, what, about 15 minutes ago? And ain't none of us up here black, so that's a racist remark.
That's racist.
Fucking on your ass. Stop being an asshole.
You think calling someone black is the same as calling someone shit? Yes.
I'm not fucking
idiot.
Hey,
shut your yellow ass up.
You're fucking even. What's up? You're fucking even.
Oh, it's over.
That's assault right there, bro. That's assault right there, bro.
Hey, look, man, get the hell up out of here, man. Get out of here. All right, won't you?
Yes.
I'm not fucking idiot.
Shut your yellow ass up.
You're fucking even. What's up? You're fucking even.
Oh, it's over.
That's assault right there, bro. That's assault right there, bro. That's assault right there, bro.
Hey, look, man, get the hell up out of here, man. Get out of here. All right, won't you get to 5 feet before you can talk, man?
Why don't you become white before you can talk?
Also, thou son of man, the children of God. Hey, man, may Yahweh, Hashem, all you goddamn wetbacks, man. You so-called white people, you gonna pay, man. I'm not gonna. Hey, the word of the Most High speaking. All right, you can't. No, I'm speaking your red ass until you get up off of where we preach at, bitch. All right, let's put a curse on this devil. All right, look, she say, may Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Salat, the Most High's gonna kill you. The Most Spirit's gonna justify us. Keep running.
I'ma kill you, nigga. I don't give a fuck about going no jail.
And so here's the thing, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, gay, straight, trans, Japanese, Chinese, they get it on, they put it in on everybody.
All you so-called white people are racist, man. Right. All right, it's coming out. That's right. What you so-called white people say behind closed doors, it's coming out, man. Right. you hate us, man. You hate the black man. You hate the Latino man. You hate the Native American man. For no reason. For no reason.
Wait. He just said you hate the black man. You hate the. He say Hispanic and the Native American, but they just referred to Native Americans as Uncle Tomahawk. So.
Fought for it, paid for all your fucking
That's good, but guess what?
Then you're gonna go back then.
I'm gonna have you a slavery. You know you're an Edomite? You know you're an Edomite? You know you're an Edomite?
You know you're a nigger?
No, I'm an Israelite.
Yeah,
I'm an
now
Israelite.
you always
I'm an Israelite.
Just because you're a nigger, you can be doing this and
But you're not racist, man. Whoa.
Hey, all that shit on camera.
What's up? What's up? Back up. Back up. What's up? Get the fuck out of here, man. You dirty cunt.
You know you're a nigger?
No, I'm an Israelite. What's up? What's up? Back up. Back up. Whoa.
Hey, all that shit on camera.
What's up? Back up. Back up. What's up? Get the fuck out of here, man. You dirty cunt. See?
I wonder how I feel about that. Like, everybody's racist. That's the thing. Like, we all have the capabilities of being racist. I like to say that I'm not racist, but I definitely have some biased tendencies in me. And I might even argue that being racist, well, we'd have to define the word racism. But everyone looks at every race and forms an opinion. Like nobody to anybody is a blank slate. You can come with that bullshit and try to say that like, oh, I don't see color. We're all brothers and sisters in the eyes of the Lord. Bullshit. If I see somebody who's Asian, I instantly think they're smart. Okay?
At last, the observer comes forward.
Thank you so much for the follow. No, but like if I see somebody who's Asian, I instantly think they're smart. If I see an Indian dude, I think he's a computer engineer. If I see an African brother, like an African brother, I think he works in the medical field. You know, if I see somebody, it's just, yeah, bias exists because there's truth in biases. Biases. It is what it is. You know, there are no blank slate people. Like, I have eyes, therefore, like, I judge. I think if you're blonde-haired and blue-eyed with, like, giant tits, just stupid and high maintenance. But that's just what I think. But see, here's the thing. I think those things, but I am always willing to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Always. I will never let my biases cloud my judgment or prevent me from engaging with someone that wants to engage with me. No, I buy that. I definitely buy that. I mean, I personally wouldn't say those things, but yo, they threw that woman on the ground, hit her with the sign, and then called her a whore. So while I don't like that she said the N-word, I think I can give her a pass in this scenario.
Of the era. Fuck you niggas, man. I can't wait for the Mossad to kill you stupid ass niggas, man. Just walking by here laughing, man, shaking their head. That's why, man, you niggas, you gonna start getting lynched and burned again, man. Right. It's gonna get castrated. It's gonna be slavery times 100 out here, man.
You're trying to
shut up, man.
Racism.
Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Did he say he who killeth with the sword?
Sword.
Right, so he
must be killed with the sword.
Right, man.
You're trying to
shut up, man.
Racism.
Go ahead.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right, so
okay, they don't even have a high school education. They don't have an high school education. There's no way. There's no way. When is the last time any of you guys said sword? S-W-O-R-D. When's the last time you said, pronounced it as sword and not sword? 5th grade? 4th grade? Maybe? Maybe that's the last time I said that?
So he that killed you're my boy, man. You're my boy, man. I'm better than you, man. That's right. You can't beat me at anything, man. That's right. You can't beat me at anything.
I bet you beat him at that credit score.
I'm superior to you, man.
That's right.
I'm 100% sure of that, man. 100%. You're a nobody. You're an Edomite.
You know how screwed up it is to consider yourself superior to anybody in the world?
Hey, get Deuteronomy 7:6.
I don't give a shit what the Bible says.
See? Good. I knew you was a blasphemer. I knew you were a blasphemer, man. I knew you were a blasphemer. Why couldn't you just be upfront with it, man? Why couldn't you just be upfront with it, man? Stop being a goddamn bitch, Esau. That's right. Just be real. Why don't you just be real? Why don't you just be real? I hate you. You hate me. That's right. And I'm gonna rule over your red ass. When Yahweh Bahashim.
I can beat him at DDR, but definitely that credit score.
Oh, shot, give me that power.
Right. There's little kids looking at this shit. The fuck are you trying to set an example of?
I think they'll be entertained.
You goddamn tranny.
Deaf to you. Yeah, see? That's the spirit you're supposed to be in. You're not supposed to counsel with that thing and ask, well, damn, what made you want to...
Trying to wake it up?
Yeah, trying to understand his reasoning. You're supposed to see something like that. You're supposed to...
That's for damn sure. Could beat him in the streets.
Have a spirit to want to put it to death, man. Right. You're supposed to be like, ugh, what the... Hey, this is...
Am I going to die? Because I'm a
Give Wisdom of Solomon 14:26.
Why you mad? Why you mad? Why you mad?
Just get up the street, dude. You're gonna rouse up some fucking manly, masculine spirits up there. You don't want that.
hurt our stomachs.
Without your nuts, you ain't got enough testosterone to battle this. Trust.
Right here.
You can't give your testimony.
Fuck you hoes looking at? What you hoes looking at?
You mean the Maccabee? The mighty Maccabee? The Hebrew savior?
Oh, you white? You Edomite? Are you Edomite hoes ready to go into slavery?
Yeah.
Those are men. Those are men. That's a fucking nigga.
These are two trannies.
That's a man, and that is a fucking man.
I'm pretty sure I'm not a man.
Are you guys from White Chick?
But that's a bitch that look like she could pass for a nigga sometimes, but that's a nigga. That's a man right there. That's a nigga. Go kill yourself, faggot.
Go kill yourself. And yet, the mainstream media has no interest whatsoever in covering this story as it relates to the Covington Catholic students. No interest whatsoever. Ooh, brave gay dancer arrested in front of hate group in D.C. Okay, I'll bite.
And when you hold your peace, you can't quiet.
That dance is fierce, though.
Give me Jeremiah 23 and 14. We gonna get out of here, man. This right here. Now you gonna get dealt with. Like America got laws, and we follow those laws. You got to follow the laws of America too, and that's the end of that. Thank you. That is the end of that. You see? Now you see what time of day it is. And y'all smell that. God got laws. And America got laws. And you got to follow them laws. That's right. You got to follow them laws. You got to follow them laws.
I don't understand why they arrested her. Something in the story? No. The first time Queen Armor danced in front of the group.
Okay, go to Deuteronomy. Go to 2 Kings chapter 7.
Rest of her indecent exposure, but she kept coming back to dance. The Black Israelites didn't appear on the corner for months. Armor has since moved to New York, where the Israelites are back. Absolutely, they're absolutely more of a threat than God, what's his name? Nick Sadman, I think his name. Sandman. Nick Sandman. Yeah. Here's one from the New York Post. Longer video casts new light on clash between teens and Native American. They're saying, we got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit, how about you? That's the hateful language coming from the white nationalist, Trump-supporting Catholic students. This is cute when you think about it. Like, even in context and all, like, it's a cute, funny chant that it's meant to be said to the opposing team in a football or basketball game.
That sound like a bunch of talk.
But you can see, like, listen, the majority of them are on the steps. They're a good 30 plus feet away from the Black Hebrew Israelites.
There's a reason why y'all outnumber us and y'all keep your distance. There's a reason for that. You know why? Because you don't see the angels around us. You don't see angels around us. You could touch us if you wanted to. You could touch us if you wanted to. You don't see the angels around us. You worship blasphemy. We got angels that are blessed for us. You don't see it though.
And that's where they rile up their friend. I guarantee you he's done this probably a dozen times. It's cute.
Yo, when the prophets laugh at the mockers. When the prophets laugh at the mockers. This is a laugh.
And so here's the things you can I think this can be debated. So, as many of the reports said, is that the students were mocking Native Elder Nathan Phillips. Right, and I think this is the closest you can get. But it looks like to me. So they're on their own trip right now. And then you can see this guy here try to match the beat. And look at his... I'm bringing this one up. Look at his face. And look at him. Look towards Nathan Phillips. Elder Nathan. The native elder. And it looks like he's trying to join him. Not mock him. Look. Watch this. Watch this guy's face. So they ain't got no rhythm, but you know, so I can understand them being off. Now, watch his face. Watch his face in confusion and then acceptance, and as he tries to be part of this. There he is, nice. First he's like, what's going on? Oh, there's the beat. There's the beat. That's just my interpretation of this incident. Like, I personally don't think that they were mocking him. Oh, but there is this encounter. I forgot all about this one.
For you white people, go back to Europe where you came from. This is not your land.
If you want to make America great, go back to Europe where you came from, because this is not your land.
No, it's not. You've been here 2-3 generations. Compared to us, we've been here a million fucking years. So get the fuck out of my face with that shit. So what do you mean it's not true?
Okay, first of all, let's go all the way back to Africa. Why start in Africa? It branched on to Europe and Asia. Asia was then connected to North America. By the land bridge. That's not bullshit. Listen to me. No, it's not. It's not bullshit.
It's proven, man. Come on.
It's proven. It is proven.
And this is Dick trying to stop them. Look at the look of concern on his face. Like, yo, stop this. He's like, yo, cut it, bro. There's one of the chaperones telling kids to get back.
Ma'am.
Go get her.
Ma'am, we had a demonstration here, and then you come here and you do this. All right?
And are you responsible? I am responsible for myself and my life, and I live a very good life.
I got him, man. We're not alone. They're not alone. Close your eyes and you see our people. Don't worry about them.
See, they came from way over there, all the way to the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. And that guy in the white hat is saying, stop it, they're kids.
We won, Grandpa! We fucking won, Grandpa!
fucking one.
I got your back. This great accomplishment is you being a drum in someone's face. That's always good.
You banged a drum in someone's face, that's always good.
Relative! Relative! Relative!
Relatives.
Relative! Relative! Let's make America great. Let's do that.
Did Nathan Phillips just say, let's make America great?
How do we do that? Not like that. Not like that. Thank you. Trump going right. Yeah, not with Trump. Okay. Wake up. Just because you stole the land, don't make it yours.
Stole land. And y'all stole it from the Aboriginals. And stole it through all of history. Land gets stolen. It's how it works. It's the way it works.
It's all fascinating to me. Anyway, I think I've been streaming enough tonight.
It hurts so bad, Mom!
Okay, I don't need that. Thanks guys for popping into my chat room tonight. But I gotta go. Sorry, I gotta go. We'll do more of this tomorrow and see what news is worth getting into. Take care, guys. Good night. Appreciate you all for showing up. All you guys on Mixer and all you guys on Twitter, or not Twitter, but Twitch and YouTube. Have a good night, guys. Take care.